Hi, everyone. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. Welcome. I'm Ana Simona Prisacaru. I'm from Iași, Romania, and I'm a holistic therapist for 10 years now. I'm a member of network marketing for 6 years, and I was just being a user of the product. And I know many people do this. We use the products, but we never many people don't do the network side because we are full of the beliefs, limiting beliefs. And I myself, in those 6 years, I did almost nothing with this system, with its potential, because I had my own limiting beliefs and my own blockages. I always wanted to help people. I always recommend the product, but never gone any further because of those limiting beliefs and personal blockages. A few months ago, I got to know a different product, also in a network marketing system. And this time it was different because this product, it is just an amazing one. And since I'm a holistic therapist, I'm here to help as many people as I can. And this time I knew I had to learn the business side of this. I had to understand after 6 years of running from it. This time, if I wanted to help more people, I had to understand this system and to work with my own beliefs. And this is how I met my special guest from today in this new network marketing system, working with this product. And he has been helping me working with myself and understanding better and changing the perspective around what it is network marketing, what it's not. And it's been a personal journey, a healing one, to take those limiting beliefs, those images that I have, and to heal them and to go furthermore. And after that, creating expansion and success, because we all know that this system can bring a lot of expansion. So this is the reason why we are here, because as I am and as my path has been so far, I know so many people are in the same situation, and I would love to create, some clearance around these misbeliefs or these myths. And I've made some research. I made a list with these myths, and we are here to dismantle them with the best of the best, with our guest today, an international trainer, expert, and in network marketing. So let's welcome him. Hi, Christian. I'm very nervous. I don't know why, because you are amazing and you help me a lot, and you are a very kind person. I don't have reason to be nervous, but yet here I am. So thank you so much for accepting my invitation. And I really like to create more for everyone that needs this information, especially I'm the first one to enjoy this and to take as much knowledge from you. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Simona. Thank you for inviting me on your call here tonight to demystify some myths around network marketing. I love to do that because there's a lot to talk about. So I'm looking forward to where this is going tonight.
To start, I would like to tell us about a bit yourself.
Well, I'm Christiaan Peters, originally born in the Netherlands, now living in Romania and in Dubai. I'm about 17 years now in the industry of network marketing. Previous to that, I was an architect and a real estate developer. I got into this industry 17 years ago because I was looking for a change. I was evaluating myself on a beautiful Sunday, reflecting on, what have I done the last 5, 10, 15, 20 years? Was I happy with that? Was I not happy with that? And what do I want to do the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years? And the answer was that I was pretty happy with what I did. I made beautiful projects, at least that's what I think, in the Netherlands, buildings, and earned also good money. So that was not really the problem. But the time was the problem because I was always working 80, 90, 100 hours per week standard. And that means that I had money, but no time to spend it, as they say. And I was sometimes, negotiating with my spouse about holidays that she said, okay, let's go 2 weeks in holiday. And I said, nah, let's go 7 days. So in the end, we were going 9 days or 10 days instead of 14 days. And that's also not a healthy situation. So yes, I was happy to a certain extent, but I didn't want to continue that the next 5, 10, 15 years. So the problem then is, what are you going to do? Because people usually, when they are something or they think they are something, they think they're going to die like that. So if you are a nurse, probably you think you're going to die as a nurse. If you are a car mechanic, probably you're going to think you're going to die as a car mechanic, which is not true because people can change, but change and people is a very difficult combination. So for me, I started looking, what can I do other than architect? And if you go on the internet and you look for opportunities, it's not so hard to stumble upon network marketing as a business model. And at that time, I knew nothing about network marketing. I did not even hear about it. They called me some names of big companies, and I never heard of them either. So I was totally green. Look, as my cap, I was totally green about network marketing. So I did some research on network marketing my way on the internet. I talked with some people, and I started at that time my third business next to my two other businesses that I had at the time. And yeah, what can I say? My first 3 years were a major disaster, but major disaster. I had no team. I had no product volume. I had no income from network marketing, but I was still there because I knew that it was not the product, it was not the compensation plan, it was not that company, but it had all to do with me. I had to go through the change, and as long as I did not go through that change, nothing will change. So it took me 3 years to get to a point where I finally started that change. And usually with people, it has to have some kind of a negative event in their life that they are really to change. Either you get sick, then you stop smoking, or you lose weight, or you finally go to the gym, or something else. And in my case, 2011, there was a financial crisis in the world, and all my customers were building companies as an architect, and one by one they were going bankrupt. So just a matter of time before they knock on my door as well, and it was game over for me as well. So I had to make really choices. What am I going to do? Am I going to continue the path of architecture, building, etc., knowing that probably I'm going to go bankrupt? Or finally start listening to people who are very, very successful in network marketing and follow up what they told me to do? So with reluctance, I choose the second option. I listened to my wallet and not to my mind, because my mind was telling me, architect, you're an architect, you love architect, that's your passion, come on. But my wallet was saying, hey, no, you got bills to pay, so you need to do something. And, I'm more of a rational type of person. So I listened to my wallet more because I didn't want to go the other way. It took me about a year working part-time with a very, very successful network marketeer. And I did it still part-time with 8 to 12 hours a week approximately. And after 1 year, I was at the level that I was earning about as much as I was earning with my two companies full-time. So this is what I want people to think about. What would you do? No matter what you are, but you have a certain income right now. And suppose that you earn with 8 to 12 hours per week with something that you may not even like so much, but you earn as much as you do with your full-time job. What would you do? So most people I think, would really quickly quit what they are doing, because most people don't even like what they do full time. Some do, yes, I know, but a lot of people would love to do something else, but don't know what and don't know how. So I was at that point. I call it always the sweet spot, and this is what I try to get people to, that I train to get to that sweet spot, that that they have choices, because most people in life never have choices. They have to keep working or depend on other people to get money to pay the bills and don't go bankrupt or broke. And I love choices. I love freedom. I love unlimited. So that's the point what I created for myself back then. And now I try to help as much people as I can to get to that point, and from there on they can do whatever they want. Of course, that's their story. So this is a little bit about me, so that the viewers know who is that crazy guy with that green cap up tonight.
Yeah. I'm also all into the freedom and the fact that you can create anything that you want at the best that you want. But what I came to understand working with you, and although I'm 6 years now in network marketing, it's like I'm at the beginning of the journey, because I'm starting to understand the game and what it needs, and it is work. It's not as easy as it seems, because you have to work with yourself. It's that inner journey. And this is great because it's not only for the business, but it's a personal growth that helps you in every area in your life. And since you are creating your personal path with freedom and everything, expansion and financial and stuff, then or during this path, this journey, you can help others. So this is one of the reasons that keeps me working, although sometimes, yeah, it really feels hard. My
Yeah,
first
that's why,
question,
if I may interrupt you,
yeah.
that there is a reason why it's called network marketing.
Okay.
Because indeed, as you said, you have to work. It's not net dream marketing or net wish marketing. It's none of that. It's network marketing. So that's what people have to understand. And you said it right. Network marketing is a personal development program on steroids with a pay
Yeah,
plan.
yeah, exactly, on
Sorry
steroids.
that I interrupt you.
No, no, it's a great point. My first question is, because I've heard them both and I never knew it's network marketing or melamed.
There is a difference, MLM or network marketing. MLM, multi-level marketing, is usually a direct selling system over multiple levels. Network marketing is working with people over several levels. So there's a distinct difference, because one is more product orientated and the other is more people orientated.
Okay.
So both are okay. I personally don't like the MLM part. I don't like the product part, because I love to work with people and not with products. But of course, where we work with people, we also have a product, but it's more like the fuel in the tank of the engine of the vehicle.
Okay.
And in MLM, it's more the prerogative that they have is to sell that product that they have. So you have to know the difference.
Okay. I guess many people confuses these terms, and every time you say network marketing, they put equal between them, that it's MLM, and yeah, they reject the MLM and also the network marketing because of this, because the other one, as I understand from you, is more about selling the product.
Yes.
Okay.
So you will never hear me say MLM. You will always hear me say I'm doing network marketing.
Yeah, I heard you once and I resonated with it, but I didn't got the explanation too. And now it's clearer for me and I hope for our viewers as well. So now let's take the first of the myths, and is the most common one when I gave the search, on Google. And the first one is that network marketing is a pyramid scheme. I I know people run from this, but I don't know if I really understand what it is, and if people do understand what is a pyramid scheme, and if network marketing is really a pyramid scheme.
Well, it is a pyramid structure. Yes. It is a pyramid scheme. No.
Okay.
So, what is the difference? You have to look at how the money flows. And always when you follow the money, you can figure out whether something is a scam or not. When the money is flowing only to the top people, then probably it is a scam. If the money is equally distributed over people, then it's not a scam. So in network marketing, if you want to look at the pyramid structure, every new person coming in network marketing starts, if you will, a new pyramid. So you are always the top of your own pyramid. If you bring products to the marketplace, like every network marketing company does, then from that, let's say, euro volume that is being created, a part of that volume stays with the company because they have to, the cost of business. They do a lot for us. They do the shipping, the handling, the distribution, the research and development, the tax, all that kind of stuff does the company for us so that we don't have to do that. And that's a blessing. Then the person who actually does the work and bring the product to the marketplace gets the most out of that euro volume. So that's fair because that person does the work. And then there are a certain limited amount of people that get a little piece of the pie as well. That's called the upline, for helping that person bring that product to the marketplace. So it's perfectly fair that they also get a little bit of the pie because they help that one person bring the product to the marketplace. So it is, to me, the most fair and equal business system on the planet because you always get paid after the deal. That means if there is no volume, nobody gets paid. If there is volume, then that person that creates the volume gets the most, and the people that help that person that creates the volume get a little bit. So now you can build a team with as much people as you possibly can, and it can be 10, 20, 100, 200, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000. I don't know, how big can you imagine? So if you are good in helping people and you help more people, then you get from all those people a small percentage because you help them first. So you don't get paid up front and say, hey, I'm a good coach, I want to have this. No, you have to show that you are a good person in helping people. And that shows is by volume. So the money is flowing. And then you get a little piece of the pie. And that is, to me, perfectly okay. It is more fair than a job. Because in a job, you get not paid for what you are worth. You get paid for what society finds that job position is worth.
Yeah.
And I always ask people, don't you think you are worth more than that 1,000 euros, 1,500 euros, 2,000 euros per month? And if the answer is yes, well, then a job is not the right vehicle for you to create income. Then there are other options. Network marketing is one of them, but there are more options where you can show that you really are more worth than that 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 euros per month. And, at the end of the day, the result shows if you're right or wrong. It's that simple. So yes, it has a pyramid structure like everything else in our society, because if we had a structure like a French fries bag, it started like this. We start with 100 people and we stick with one. That would be a real bad business model, I think. So better we start with one and we create 100 people. But it's just how the money is flowing that is determining whether you can say it's a scam or it's a real legit business opportunity.
So this is more like an organic growth, like a tree, a natural tree.
Yeah,
that
well, they say always a pyramid because if we draw it out, it looks like a pyramid. But if I would show you my back office and I show you all the people in my organization, you see never nowhere the form of a pyramid, because it's more like a monitor when you are in the hospital, it goes like so that's more the reality. But if we draw it out theoretically, it looks like a pyramid, yes.
I have been very inspired working with you because I really understood that network marketing is about connecting and helping people, because this is what you did with me. And this is my path as well, working and helping the people. I would have never could embrace the system if it wasn't a match for my values. And the way you explain it to me, as you explained it now, helped me to embrace it more and to understand that the more I'm capable of doing, the more I will be able to help people through it, and that this comes with some other benefits as well. So yeah, I believe it is a really, really good system. So let's take it on to the second one. Many people say that in network marketing, it's all about the selling. This is one reason that they tend to reject or the person or the system or the product. And in the end, I believe none of them wins. But why do you think they say that?
Because they talk about MLM.
Okay, yeah.
They talk about the direct sales part where you are really selling the product, whether it's online or offline. Nowadays, more companies go to all online systems, but back in the days, you had to buy the product first and then you would sell them to another person, and everything that was in between was your profit. Now you don't have to buy the product first, because they deliver it directly from a warehouse to the customer, and then still in the price that you buy it for and what they pay for, that's your profit. In network marketing, it is not about selling. It's about helping people getting to their goals. And especially we, in our organization, we have a system where I can show and prove people that you can build a 5, 6, or 7-figure income from the comfort of your home without having to have any selling skills. Because selling is one of the hardest things to do in the world. That's why top salespeople earn, can I say that, shitloads of money, because everything that is scarce is expensive. Why is gold expensive? Because it's rare. So if there are not too many people in a certain profession, in that profession, if you are the top, you earn probably a lot of money. So if I would offer people an opportunity to change their life with an activity that they hardly can do, selling, then probably I would not do any good for that person. I would probably harm that person. And that cannot be the intention. The intention is to help people. So you have to give them tools so they can work and create whatever they want without the selling part. And this is for some people very hard to grasp, because we are always grown up, and in this world everything is selling, 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 which traditionally probably is true. My question always to people is, can you imagine that there would be a system that products go to the marketplace, because that's what people always talk about. Hey, products need to go to the marketplace. Yes, definitely, but in another way than selling.
Mhm.
And if people say, "Poh, that's too much for me," hey, sorry, then I cannot help you. But if you say, "Poh, I don't understand, but can you explain?" Yes, I can explain. Let's talk. Let's sit down or do an online call, and I will show you how to do it. It goes too far in this setting to do it tonight, but trust me, I can show people how to build a 5, 6, or 7-figure income from home without selling.
Yeah, it seems harder. I'm amazed for this perspective. I didn't had it before, not like that, not as clear as this. And it seems harder to go for this side. You are here to help and to connect and to help people than to sell. And yeah, maybe that's why some of them embrace easier this side, and it's not the winner one, the selling side. And yeah, to go on this road, you have to work with yourself first. You have to have a genuine feeling that you want to help someone, and then create from there. So
Yeah, there
yeah,
is a saying, help enough people to get what they want, and automatically you will get what you want.
yeah, yeah,
And this
exactly.
I found it to be true.
Yeah. The other one, the next one, the third one is that network marketing is using people. How is that?
I have no clue. I
Why
don't
why
feel
do
you.
people say that? You are an expert, you have so many years, you've worked with thousands of people. Why do people think that?
Yeah, well, maybe because they know that somebody up in the line, the upline, is earning money on them. So they feel that they are working for them,
Okay.
and that feels bad. But if I have a job, I work for somebody else too. That's called my boss, right?
Yeah.
So that is perfectly okay and accepted that there is somebody above that is earning more money than you do. Because if you have a job and that there is an invoice to be paid, then from that invoice you get a little bit as an employee, and most of that goes to the boss of the company.
Yeah.
So everybody finds that to be okay because the world is looking for a job. Now we are in a system that you can determine how much you earn, because in a job you cannot determine that. You get a prefix salary for the position that you have, so you can jump up and down, but it doesn't get more. So now here you have the opportunity to create an income as big as you want. And yes, there are some people above that get something of that as well, but they have to help you first. That's what I explained in the previous question. So if you know that, and when it hit my brain about 15 years ago, I thought, hey, if my upline is earning money on me and they have to help me, they know that I was on their back all day. I need this, I need that, I want so. Can you help me here? Can you help me there? And they said, yes, 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 no problem. And I was thinking, really? Because as an entrepreneur, nobody helped me. They wanted to help me out of the game instead of staying in the game, right? Because that's traditional business. And here, all of a sudden, they wanted to help me, and I did not understand why. Then it hit me, and they want to help me not because I'm a nice guy, but because they earn some money off of what I do. So if I do better financially, they earn more. Okay, help me. And of course, they said, hey, we are always ready to help you, but it's not a free ride. You have to do something as well. Well, I understood that. Sometimes people don't understand that. They think that then the upline is going to do everything for them. That's also not true. But it has to be a teamwork. So, yes, the upline, the people above you in the structure are there to help you, but you are also there to do certain things to get that to that volume that we all want to create, because you get the most out of it and your upline gets a little bit out of it. And I see that as a perfect win-win situation for everybody.
This is one of the reasons I want to do more of it, because I finally integrated this, that it's a system, is a teamwork, and it's an amazing one. And you have your back with your upline. What you have to do is to be engaged in the process and to ask for help. And this is something that I got to have in this one, this second one, the one I am now. And I encourage everyone to, I don't know, open themselves to this, because you are not alone. And this is something amazing. In the other jobs, in the classic ones, yeah, you have to do your job and that's it. And maybe no one else cares for you. As in the system of network marketing, your upline cares for you as much as you want to care for yourself.
Yeah,
So
sometimes even more than you do for yourself.
yeah. Yeah.
And
And
I always say, that it is you work for yourself, but not by yourself.
feels great this. Yeah. Okay. I just had the second to let that sink because it felt so good. So let's go to the next one. Yeah, the fourth one says some people believe that the system is made only for those at the top, but you just explained how it's not like that. If only if you feel to complete with something else. It's a win-win situation as you explain it. If you need to add something else.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, like in any other situation, traditionally the top earns the money. In traditional business, it's no different. The top people, the CEO of the company, the owner of the company, earns more than the person who is cleaning the toilets. In that system, you have no say about your salary because as a cleaning toilet person, you just get the money that is fixed for that position. Here, you can determine how much you want to earn by building a bigger structure than anybody else. And yes, you cannot prohibit that the upline is always going to earn a little bit with that. But again, they have to help you for that as well in a healthy situation. I will directly say that not everybody is so lucky with a good upline that they are helping the people, but that is something I cannot help. Then go talk to those people and say, help me, because I cannot help that. So yes, of course, in network marketing, people usually who are longer in this business and have built big organizations, they earn also bigger money. But it's not because they are at the top alone. You can be there as well if you are willing to put in the work that they did previous. And yeah, no, for some people that is too much. Okay, that is okay. Some people don't want, that's okay too. And some people have the ambition to go there as well. And then there is help because there is no competition, because they don't feel threatened if you want to go to that top as well. Because it's the nature of the compensation plan that they will get a small percentage from your success as well. So they want to help you to get to the top, whatever the top means.
Yeah, this reminded me of something when what you said about not everyone is the same as upline. For those that are not yet in this system in network marketing, I always felt to say that you need to choose where to go as the person to be your guide, your upline. People find the product and they sometimes they buy it not knowing from where. And that person becomes the upline, the leader, and sometimes they don't know each other, they don't connect, and the person hangs out by itself, most likely not doing anything with the system, and not only with the system but only with the product too. They don't get the support that they need. And I want to bring a heads up for everyone that hears and maybe they are not yet in the system, or yeah, you need to pay close attention with who you go on the road with, because it's important. In network marketing, it's something that needs to be done. The person that you buy a product from or you want to make that team, they are somehow obligated to, be the best person and to give you the support that it needs. So yeah, just pay attention to that and choose the best and choose the person that resonates you the most. From my experience, I realize people don't know what to expect. Some of them, they don't know that with the product, it comes also, or it should come, all the training, all the support from the upline. And I just felt to bring the knowledge and awareness around this subject. For me, it's important to transmit this.
No, it's great that you bring it up because sometimes people like me, we automatically think, hey, this is a normal thing. For us, it's normal,
Yeah.
but it's unfortunately not everywhere as normal as it is for us. So it's great that you bring it up. If you start in a company, don't only look at the product that you resonate with, but also look at the team that you become part of, and are you resonating with them, and can they help you? What systems do they have in place to help you, etc., etc.? Because it depends, of course, how you start. If you start like I just want to use the product as a customer, then all that is not so important. But if you really start with the idea, I want to make a business out of this and I want to make it big, then it becomes ultra important that you look at those aspects as well.
Yeah, it's available for the product as well because for me, in 6 years of using essential oils and as a leader, only one time I got connected and asked for a person that had done the research to find out who's going to be the person to go along using the essential oils. And that person reached to me. And in my experience, because I'm here as a therapist and I work with a lot of people, I have, and it happens in many systems, unfortunately. Um, it's about the product as well because you sometimes you have indications of using, and even in this manner regarding this, some of them don't get what they need to get, and the product is amazing. It's about the person that sells it. It's not really offering the best support. Next one. Um, about the ethical side of the business. Some people say network marketing is not an ethical one. So why do you think, and what is your experience on this?
Well, I think this comes from the stigma that it has from the past, where a lot of things in this industry went wrong. Let's be honest about that. That's also where the pyramid comes from. It will saturate, the top earns the money. All that objections that people have come mainly from that period. Let's me call it the 70s, the 80s, maybe early 90s, where a lot of things in this industry went wrong because it was kind of a wild, wild west situation. Um, Fortunately, things have changed. The industry has grown up. Um, uh, Products are getting more and more better. Companies getting more and more professional, and also the leaders in the field getting more and more professional. So, as the industry is evolving as a whole, you see that those issues become also less and less and less. I will not say that they are not there anymore because that's not true. There are still problems, but way, way less than it was back in those days. And there is a thing, if, as I always say, if people and money come together, there are always problems. If there are coming more people and more money together, there are more problems. This has usually to do with the greed of the people. So sometimes you see, and you saw that especially in the time frame that I mentioned, that if people come into earning real serious money, then they become more greedy and greedy and greedy, and usually that doesn't help the people in his or her organization. And that's a bad thing, of course. So if you cannot control your greed, that's a problem. And still to today, if people come into serious money making, and that's the nature of network marketing, it can come very quickly, and you're not prepared for that, then still things can go wrong, and yeah, unethical things will happen. Um, as in any other industry where the same thing will happen because it's still people in combination with money. Now it's happening to be network marketing, but you can call any industry that you want, and you see the same problems. So I think that it is part of my job personally that when I see a person coming into real serious money earning, that I try to give him or her also some tips how to handle the money in that situation. Because you may think if you earn 100,000 euros that it is a lot of money, but if you do some stupid things, it's gone in no time. So I know that by experience. So, um, so if you come into that kind of money, and you never learn how to handle bigger sums of money, it would be good that there is something or somebody that helps you, hopefully, treat the money in a good way. Because it's never the money that is the issue, it's always the person with that money that is the issue. Because money in itself is just a piece of paper, it's nothing. But it is the person that doesn't know. There's the person that doesn't know what to do with the money in the right way. So yeah, we are all independent distributors in this industry. So I cannot force anything about nobody. I can only try to advise them, and some pick it up and some don't pick it up. That's just how how it is.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Sure.
You were talking about greed, and you are one at the top as level and earnings. And how did you manage to keep yourself in this manner, authentic, with care for people, and not being, you know, in greed, or to be for success and stuff like that? I see you very humble, as much as you are so successful and powerful leader. How do you handle this?
Because money should never be the goal. Money is merely just a measure stick, how far you are, but never it can be the goal. As soon as money is your objective, then greed kicks in. But if you have other goals than money, then money is just a result of the things that you did probably well. It's just as simple as that.
Okay. I find in you a very great example. So let's go to the other one. Yeah, this may sound a bit weird, but in my research, I found that some people say that network marketing is a cult. Have you experienced this? Have you met this? Again, why do people say that? And if it is?
Well, it depends if you see cold as something positive or something negative. I know that most people see it as something negative.
Yeah.
Um, but yes, it is a group of people working together with the same objective. And it's the same as if you are a football fan of Steaua Bucharest. All those people together, you can call them a cult as well, because they are all going for Steaua Bucharest. And if another uh, team comes in playing in Bucharest, they're going to shout at each other, "Oh, and so on. Um, that's logic. Now, in network marketing, we don't go so far. At least I don't. I never saw it. But of course, if you are in your company where you are, then you will defend that company because you think it's one of the best companies that you can be. So if somebody says, "Oh, another company," then you got some rivalry. If somebody has never been in network marketing and comes into that group of people, yeah, probably that person has a process of adapting, because you come into kind of a oiled machine as a new person. But it's the same if you go to Steaua Bucharest and you've never been to football and you go into that tribute where all those supporters are, then probably you think, hey, what is going on here? So I would not call it a cult in a negative sense, but if yeah, it is a kind of a bond that those people have through the company that they work with. Yes, absolutely. There are there are good examples, that people. Well, I will not call it cult. I would call it culture.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. If you look at bigger companies in this industry, like Amway, for example, that people know, or Herbalife, um, uh, those those companies have a real culture. So if you come into those companies as a new person, um, yeah, either it feels good for you or it feels not good for you, but that will not change their culture because they will move on anyway. But yeah, another example that I can give: if you are working in a company and you change your job and you go to the next company, then in that other company, probably there is another culture, there are other rituals that they're doing, although it is the same work maybe, but it is a different culture because they have other hours where they have breaks. They have other rules in terms of vacation. They have other terms in clothing that they wear. But it's still the same work, just different companies, different cultures. So yes, that's in network marketing the same.
So the things that connects those people more, other people from outside defines them as cult. In fact, they are commonly resources, values, beliefs,
Yeah.
products that brings them together. And I believe is as well as dance teams is the same. They get together and they connect and they get strong. You could say also about them that there's a cult, but yeah, it's not. It's just a misbelief that
No, I would
somehow,
call it a culture.
yeah, let's just replace it with culture. The other one,
Another example that I can give,
yeah,
I want to give one example so that everybody who's looking at this hopefully gets it. Let's say you play tennis, and 5 minutes from your house there is a tennis court. But you don't play there tennis because you drive half an hour to another place where a tennis court is and you go play tennis there. Why would you drive half an hour to a tennis court while in 5 minutes from your home there is also a tennis court? The tennis court is the same, right? It's the gravel or the grass or whatever you play on. The rackets are the same, the balls are the same. So why are you going to drive 30 minutes instead of 5 minutes to that nearby court? It's the culture, it's the atmosphere in that club, in the tennis club, that attracts you more half an hour away, and you are prepared to drive half an hour instead of 5 minutes that you go on the bike.
yeah, exactly. Some people say and tend to reject the system or the person or the product because they say network marketing is a scam.
Mhm.
Let's dissect this for a bit.
Well, it's pretty easy. If there is a product or a service that has a real value exchanged, it is no scam. If that is thin air, so there is no real product, there is no real service of value, then it is a scam. So
Okay.
you always have to look, is there a product involved or a service involved that fits to the price of the product? So if for example our product would be this pen, and we would sell it on the marketplace for 100 euros, that's a scam, because everybody knows this pen does not even come close to cost of 100 euros. But if we have a phone, for example, and we would trade this phone in the marketplace for 1,000 euros, then it is no scam because that's the real value belonging to this product. So it's very easy to see whether it's a scam or not. It's more difficult to see it with services because services are more difficult to value. So there are some network marketing companies that have education programs, and you pay an X amount of money for education. That's more difficult to evaluate. Is this the price that is realistic to the education that I'm getting?
Yeah.
So there we are more in the gray area, to my belief. And with a product, it's very easy. Is the price of the product matching? No scam, all is good, whatever the product may be.
So,
Of
like every
course,
time in life, we have to do some research before we put the label on it.
you should always do it. See, it is easy for people to shout and scream and have an opinion on everything. That's what people love to do. But to check things and to look whether things are right or wrong, green or blue or white or yellow, that's more difficult. So most people stay away from that and just shout from the side. It's just like with football, everybody on the tribune knows better how to play than the coach who is coaching the team.
Yeah.
And that's always the same story. So go on the field, play, and see if you are as good as you say that you are from the tribune, and then we can talk.
Yeah. Also, from my experience and from my story as well, very, a lot of people are from network marketing, that they are using the product. They are very good people. The product is very good. And yet they are ashamed of doing this side, the business side, because of some beliefs or I don't know, personal history. And this is why they don't go out and they don't give themselves the chance to develop more of this. It's so often met this kind of situation in my world. I don't know if it's all around the country, but
all
it
around the
is.
world.
And it's a shame because I believe we miss a huge opportunity because of this feeling of being shamed to say, hey, I have a product, it's an amazing one, and then you have to say it's apart from a network marketing system. What would you say to a person like this that is a very good person, has a very good product, and it's stuck there, just using the product and maybe here and there saying about it, but never give himself the chance to, shout it out about how great it is.
Yeah, as I always say, we are not in the business of convincing. We are in the business of informing.
Okay.
So what most people think, if they start new in network marketing, have no or little experience or previous bad experience, is that selling means convincing people to buy their product. I don't want to convince anybody to buy my product. I just inform people about my product and my business opportunity if they want to hear it. And based on their own thinking capacity, they have to come to the conclusion, hey, this is something for me. I want to have the product. I want to be part of that company, or I don't want to be part of that. So that's not my job anymore. Like they say, you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't force it to drink the water. So my job is to bring as much people as I can to the water, but it's not my job to make them drink the water. And the better you get in giving the information about your product and about your business opportunity, the more open people will be. Because in the beginning, usually when people start, they are a little bit over excited and therefore also over exaggerated, not always saying in that state the right things out of enthusiasm, let us call it like that. And then what people do is that they block.
Yeah.
And I can perfectly understand that. That's why new people, in my opinion, also should not go to their warm market, the people that they know or any person, without having an experienced person with them. You see, if you get your driver's license, there is a reason why you have an instructor next to you on the seat and you don't go onto the public road first, but you try first in a closed circuit. And when the instructor means that you are capable enough, then you go on the public road. And even then, when he thinks it's wrong, he has the means to stop the car immediately, because otherwise we get accidents. There is a reason why we do that, right? Otherwise, it would be very dangerous on the streets. So in business in general, but in network marketing specifically, it is more or less the same. You should have an instructor next to you. That's your upline, your sponsor, whoever it is, an instructor next to you who can guide you and tell you, okay, now do this, now do that. And if necessary, pull the brake so that the car stops so that we don't get an accident. I immediately admit that not everybody is in the lucky situation to have a person like that. But again, that's not something I can influence. That's out of my reach. But if you don't have somebody, search for somebody either in your upline or in your sideline, crossline, or for all I care in another company to help you prevent accidents to happen.